One philosopher of ethics has put it this way. Ours is an age where ethics has become obsolete. It is superseded by science. It is deleted by psychology, dismissed as emotive by philosophy. It is drowned in compassion and retreats before relativism. The usual moral distinctions between good and bad are simply drowned in a maudlin emotion in which we feel more sympathy for the murderer than for the murdered, for the adulterer than for the betrayed, and in which we have actually begun to believe that the real guilty party, the one who somehow caused it all, is the victim and not the perpetrator of the crime. How are we going to recognize what is right and what is wrong? Which way are we going to turn? Aldous Huxley said this: I wanted to believe the Darwinian idea. I chose to believe it, not because I think there was enormous evidence for it, nor because I believed it had the full authority to give interpretation to my origins, but he says in his book Ends and Means, I chose to believe it because it delivered me from trying to find meaning and freed me to my own erotic passions. What is right and what is wrong? Without God, there is a complete loss of meaning. There is no point of reference that defines what the meaning of life is all about. Alternative offer is, if you deny God, authenticate yourself, be your own person, find your fulfillment. Well, the Christian counters by saying, I found it. I found it, albeit in believing something that wasn't so. But at the end of it, no regrets. Nothing describes our world more today than the problem of grief and pain. The loneliness factor is intense, and the confusion and the emptiness in the teenage world is at an all-time high. You can be sure secularism has not given them any answers. I am convinced, please listen, my dear friend, in this great land, which is now my home, I am absolutely convinced that meaninglessness does not come from being weary of pain. Meaninglessness comes from being weary of pleasure, and that's why we are bankrupt of meaning in a land of so much. The greatest question of our time is if man can live without God. The cross stands as a central feature. The cross stands as a centerpiece of the gospel message of Christ, because it recognizes the dastardliness of what sin is and the beauty and the love of what forgiveness is. You want to know what kind of a God loves you? He gave his Son to die on a cross for you. That's the kind of God who loves you.